For every dollar a man earns, a woman earns less. This is the stark reality of the gender pay gap, undermining economic justice and equality. Women still face significant disparities in earnings. This gap affects individuals, families, and society. It has deep historical roots and multifaceted implications, influenced by occupational segregation, bias, and discrimination. Addressing it requires legal reforms, policy changes, and societal shifts. We must challenge systemic barriers to gender equality, promote equal pay transparency, and women's leadership. Together, we can create a more just and equitable world. The gender pay gap is not a new phenomenon. It has persisted for centuries, deeply ingrained in societal norms and structures. From the Industrial Revolution, where women were relegated to low-paying factory jobs, to the present day, where women continue to be underrepresented in high-paying industries, the struggle for equal pay has been a long and arduous one. Early feminist movements fought tirelessly for women's right to work and fair wages. While significant strides have been made, the legacy of these disparities continues. Even today, women face challenges such as the motherhood penalty, reflecting the societal expectation that women bear the primary responsibility for childcare. This historical context is crucial to understanding the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap is not merely a social issue, it is an economic imperative that demands attention. When women are paid less, it not only impacts their individual financial well-being, but also has ripple effects on the economy as a whole. The economic empowerment of women is directly linked to stronger economic growth, increased productivity, and greater prosperity for all. Studies have shown that closing the gender pay gap could add trillions of dollars to the global economy. When women have equal access to education, job opportunities, and fair wages, they are more likely to invest in their families, communities, and businesses. This, in turn, leads to increased consumer spending, job creation, and overall economic growth. Furthermore, the gender pay gap exacerbates income inequality and poverty, particularly among single mothers and women of color, who are disproportionately affected by these disparities. Addressing this issue is not just about fairness, it is about unlocking the full economic potential of women and creating a more inclusive and prosperous future for everyone. The impact of the gender pay gap extends far beyond the realm of economics. It has profound social and psychological consequences that affect women's lives in myriad ways. The financial insecurity caused by lower earnings can lead to stress, anxiety, and reduced overall well-being. It can also limit women's choices and opportunities, making it difficult to achieve financial independence, pursue their passions, or provide for their families. Moreover, the gender pay gap reinforces harmful gender stereotypes and perpetuates the idea that women are less valuable than men. This devaluation of women's work and contributions can have a detrimental impact on their self-esteem, career aspirations, and overall sense of equality in society. Closing the gender pay gap is not just about ensuring equal pay for equal work, it is about creating a society where women are valued, respected, and empowered to reach their full potential. It is about breaking down the societal barriers that limit women's choices and opportunities, and creating a world where everyone has an equal chance to succeed. Section 5, A Man's World, Challenging Gender Norms. Gender stereotypes influence career choices and perceptions of women's work. From a young age, boys and girls face different societal expectations. This leads to occupational segregation, with women in lower-paying fields while men dominate higher-paying industries like STEM and finance. We must challenge these stereotypes and encourage all to pursue their passions. Celebrate women in leadership and promote female role models in STEM. Encourage girls to dream big and pursue their ambitions. And Section 6, Empowering Women, Empowering Societies. Investing in women is not just the right thing to do, it is the smart thing to do. When women are empowered, societies thrive. Empowering women in the workforce is about creating an environment where they have equal opportunities to succeed, where their contributions are valued, and where their voices are heard. This means providing access to quality education and training, promoting women's leadership and entrepreneurship, and ensuring affordable childcare options that allow women to balance work and family responsibilities. It also means addressing the issue of workplace harassment and discrimination, creating a culture of respect and inclusivity where everyone feels safe and valued. When women are empowered to participate fully in the economy, everyone benefits. We see increased innovation, stronger economic growth, and more resilient communities. Empowering women is not just a matter of social justice, it is an investment in a better future for all. Section 7. A call to action. Bridging the gap. Closing the gender pay gap is not just the responsibility of governments or corporations, it is a collective effort that requires action from all segments of society. Individuals, communities, businesses, and policymakers all have a role to play in creating a more equitable and just world where women are paid fairly for their work. Individuals can start by educating themselves about the gender pay gap, speaking out against wage discrimination, and supporting businesses that prioritize pay equity. They can also mentor and support women in their careers and encourage young girls to pursue their passions without limitations. Communities can organize workshops and awareness campaigns to educate the public about the gender pay gap and advocate for policies that promote equal pay. They can also support local businesses that are committed to pay equity and create mentorship programs to empower women in the workforce. Section 8. Transparency and accountability, tools for change. Transparency and accountability are crucial for addressing the gender pay gap effectively. Companies should conduct regular pay audits to identify and rectify any disparities in compensation between men and women performing similar roles. They should also be transparent about their pay practices and make this information readily available to employees and the public. Governments can play a role by enacting legislation that requires pay transparency and prohibits wage discrimination based on gender. They can also provide incentives for companies to conduct pay audits and implement policies that promote equal pay. Accountability mechanisms, such as requiring companies to report on their gender pay gap and holding them accountable for any disparities, are also essential for driving progress. By creating a culture of transparency and accountability, we can shed light on pay inequities and encourage companies to take proactive steps to address them. Section 9. Investing in women, a smart choice. Investing in women is not just a matter of social responsibility, it is a smart economic decision. When women are empowered to participate fully in the economy, everyone benefits. Studies have shown that companies with greater gender diversity in leadership positions tend to have higher profitability and better financial performance. Moreover, investing in women-owned businesses can have a significant impact on economic growth and job creation. Women entrepreneurs often face greater challenges in accessing funding and resources, but they also bring unique perspectives, skills, and experiences to the table. By investing in women, we are investing in a more prosperous and equitable future for all. We are unlocking the potential of half the world's population and creating a more just and inclusive society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Section 10. Celebrating success, inspiring progress. While the gender pay gap remains a persistent challenge, it is important to acknowledge and celebrate the progress that has been made. Many companies and organizations are taking proactive steps to address pay inequities and promote gender equality in the workplace. From implementing transparent salary structures to offering generous parental leave policies, these organizations are setting an example for others to follow. Their efforts demonstrate that closing the gender pay gap is not only possible but also beneficial for business and society as a whole. By highlighting these success stories, we can inspire other companies to take action and create a ripple effect of positive change. We can also recognize and celebrate the individuals and organizations that are leading the way in the fight for gender equality, paving the path for a more just and equitable future. Section 11. A future of equality, a shared vision. The journey towards closing the gender pay gap is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, collaboration, and a shared vision of a future where women and men have equal opportunities to succeed. It is a future where women are no longer valued less than men, where their work is recognized and rewarded fairly, and where they have an equal seat at the table. This future begins with each of us. It begins with challenging our own biases, speaking out against injustice, and advocating for policies that promote equality. It begins with investing in women and girls, empowering them to reach their full potential and creating a world where their voices are heard and their contributions are valued. Together, let us work towards a future where the gender pay gap is a relic of the past and where equality is not just an aspiration but a lived reality for all.